Let's be honest, no one was not expecting me to review this album. Ayo, keep it high, keep it tight, it's JMorph's Review Guy back to bring you another review, and in this one I'm going to be reviewing the new Five Finger Death Punch album, entitled And Justice for None. This was released May 18th, 2018, and I kind of got late to the party in a way because, if I'm going to be honest, this should explain a bit of my stance on Five Finger Death Punch. I didn't even know this was going to be releasing when it was. And let me go ahead and give a little bit of a rundown. Five Finger Death Punch, in my opinion, they're okay. They've been a band that there are a couple songs that I go back to, but they're not a band that I personally endeavor or seek out to regularly listen to. And it has nothing to do with their style because they're definitely talented musicians. They're just... I can't really explain why I'm not that big of a fan of their past work, but when I found out that this album was out, I listened to it multiple times to kind of make my opinion on it, formulate my opinion on it, and hopefully come to a conclusion that maybe I like this band. And to be honest, it's a toss-up because I think this album is more listenable to me than any of their previous albums, and I know that's a little probably controversial because I know that this album maybe hasn't gotten the best reception from fans because they think it's different from previous stuff, and I've heard previous stuff. I don't think it's that different. The track that really pops out in my mind that kind of stands out is Champagne, S-H-A-M, and then Pain, P-A-I-N, and this song, to me, accurately sums up what the album kind of sounds like. If you just want to listen to that song, you'll know if you want to listen to the album. Lyrically and sound-wise, to me, this is Five Finger Death Punch. I think that if you are a fan of this band prior to the release of this album, you're probably going to like this album. If you are not a fan of this band, and if you're not big on this style of music, then chances are I'm not sure if this album is necessarily going to be the one to win you over because it's not commercial enough to where you're going to be able to listen to it and know that you're not listening to like a hard rock or a heavy metal type of song, and it's not necessarily, I don't know, it's not soft, it's not amazingly super heavy, it's kind of in the middle. And I think that, like I said, lyrically, it's nothing that we haven't heard from Five Finger Death Punch before. A lot of stuff about fame, a lot of stuff about like inner demons and prevailing, and these lyrical themes, I wouldn't mind them if it wasn't the issue that this band has pretty much talked about the same subject matter every album consistently for a while. But I still think that, like I said, if you like this band, you're going to like this album. And I'm going to be slapping it with a fairly high score. I'm going to be slapping it with a 7 out of 10. And the reason I am is because for Five Finger Death Punch, this is a good album. Out of all of the albums I've heard from this band, this is the one that I could see myself going back to. And I think that this does feature a lot of cool riffs. I think that it does feature some good drum work. And I think that for the most part, the vocals are pretty good. After the disappointments that were Godsmack and Shinedown's new albums that released this year, I have to say for hard rock / like alternative music, rock and metal, this was a nice change, and I definitely enjoyed listening to it, comparatively speaking to other Five Finger Death Punch albums, because it's not that I can't respect the fact that they're big and they're popular and that they're good musicians. It's just this band, for some reason, has not been the type of band for me. But I still, like I said, give it a 7 out of 10 because I think that for a Five Finger Death Punch album, this does pretty good. And whether or not this is a pun on the And Justice for All album by Metallica, that remains to be seen, but I'm kind of guessing that it probably is, let's be honest. But yeah, so give me your thoughts on this album, post in the comment section below, like the video, and I will give you a shout out. You'll be in the description below in the next few videos. So talk to you guys next time, but I'm signing off until next time. My name is JMorph's Review Guy, and I'm signing off saying farewell.
Oh no, what your mama gonna say when I tell her that I broke no heart? It's just things not the way that they used to be. Oh no, now you crying on the bathroom. Lost my